Not really making a difference. It's pretty bad when I get out of caffeine. I mean, I'm not really out of caffeine. I still have this strange fake coffee concoction, which I'm drinking currently. And it doesn't taste bad. It just, I feel like there's not very much caffeine in it. My usual amount is like 3 Dr. Peppers a day. Not at the same time, but like kind of chain drinking. But you have to work with what you got. I got my favorite children's book in the mail today. And so I'm going to read it to you. The best way to read my favorite children's book is with a Stiller Strong headband on. Owen. Owen had a fuzzy yellow blanket. He'd had it since he was a baby. He loved it with all his heart. Fuzzy goes where I go, said Owen, and Fuzzy did. Upstairs, downstairs, in between. Inside, outside, upside down. Fuzzy likes what I like, said Owen, and Fuzzy did. Orange juice, grape juice, chocolate milk, ice cream, peanut butter, applesauce cake. Isn't he getting a little old to be carrying that thing around? Asked Mrs. Tweezers. Haven't you heard of the blanket fairy? Owen's parents hadn't. Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. That night, Owen's parents told Owen to put Fuzzy under his pillow. In the morning, Fuzzy would be gone, but the blanket fairy would leave an absolutely wonderful, positively perfect, especially terrific big boy gift in its place. Owen stuffed Fuzzy inside his pajama pants and went to sleep. No blanket fairy, said Owen in the morning. No kidding, said Owen's mother. No wonder, said Owen's father. Fuzzy's dirty, said Owen's mother. Fuzzy's torn and ratty, said Owen's father. No, said Owen. Fuzzy is perfect. And Fuzzy was. Fuzzy played Captain Plunger with Owen. Fuzzy helped Owen become invisible. And Fuzzy was essential when it came to nail clippings and haircuts and trips to the dentist. Can't be a baby forever, said Mrs. Tweezers. Haven't you heard of the vinegar trick? Owen's parents hadn't. Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. When Owen wasn't looking, his father dipped Owen's favorite corner of Fuzzy into a jar of vinegar. Owen sniffed it and smelled it and sniffed it. He picked a new favorite corner. Then he turned the smelly corner all around his sandbox, buried it in the garden, and dug it up again. Good as new, said Owen. Fuzzy wasn't very fuzzy anymore, but Owen didn't mind. He carried it and wore it and dragged it. He sucked it and hugged it and twisted it. What are we going to do? Asked Owen's mother. School is starting soon, said Owen's father. Can't bring a blanket to school, said Mrs. Tweezers. Haven't you heard of saying no? Owen's parents hadn't. Mrs. Tweezers filled them in. I have to bring Fuzzy to school, said Owen. No, said Owen's mother. No, said Owen's father. Owen buried his face in Fuzzy. He started to cry and would not stop. Don't worry, said Owen's mother. It'll be all right, said Owen's father. And then suddenly Owen's mother said, I have an idea. It was an absolutely wonderful, positively perfect, especially terrific idea. First she snipped, and then she sewed. Then she snipped again and sewed some more. Snip, 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 sew, 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 dry your eyes and wipe your nose. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Now Owen carries one of his not-so-fuzzy handkerchiefs with him wherever he goes. And Mrs. Tweezers doesn't say a thing. So aside from getting that, yesterday I watched Meet the Parents for the first time in years. I remembered a lot of it, but the thing that I mostly remembered is, can you deal with that? And ever since I got a camera, I've been wanting to do that, so even though I just kind of scratched my chin a little bit there. But Jinxie Cat, which is funny because that's my friend Tara's screen name and stuff, but Jinxie the cat looked a lot like Manny, our old cat, so that was kind of sad, but man, Himalayans are beautiful, even when they're being nasty. But I really love that movie, so I hope you all have seen it, because it's been out since 2000, so if you haven't seen it, what is wrong with you? No, I'm kidding. But it was very good, and it put me in a good mood for the rest of the day, so actually that would probably be a good use, like a good way to curb my need for caffeine. I should just start watching movies that make me happy. And that's all I have to talk about, so can you deal with that? And I will see you on Thursday.